Hey guys, welcome back to another Poke Crossings video. I'm Charlotte, and in today's video we're going to be looking at 5 quality of life updates that I'm pretty sure the whole community want to bring to Animal Crossing's New Horizons. As always guys, I do daily Animal Crossing videos on this channel, so please consider hitting that subscribe button and get involved in the comments. Is this something that you agree with, or is there something more kind of out there that you'd really like to see be improved? I'd really love to hear what you've got to say. So the first one that I think we could all agree on is something to improve the kind of long dialogue that you get at the airport. Now, a couple of ideas I've had to this is we could either have like a self check-in desk. So for something as simple as like Nook Mile tickets or something like that, we could just have like a self check-in, so it cuts down all that like additional dialogue, and it's really easy. You've got your Nook Mile ticket, boom, pop it in the machine, jump straight on the plane. It just cuts down all that unnecessarily like online play, local play. Oh, did you know you've got a Nook Mile tickets? All that sort of rubbish, it gets rid of it. Another option that we could use is having on the mobile, you could have like an app, and from that app you could open or close your gates, so that would allow you to like generate your dodo code or let your friends come really quickly, again, rather than having to go through that whole dialogue again. So I think that either of those options would be absolutely fine, and especially in terms of the like adding it to the mobile, I think that would be really good, because that way I imagine it's such a small kind of update that they would need to add. But a lawnmower, so yeah, let me know what do you think about that. So that's the first one. A couple of options that I personally think would help that one to improve. The second one, like for me, it's a bit of a random one. Leaf comes along, and obviously he buys your weeds at an increased price. I would also like him to buy our flowers, and you know, he buys them at an increased price, and maybe there's different prices depending whether they're standard or hybrid, and just some sort of extra incentive then to buy it, because you know, Nooks buy your flowers at such a small price, but I'm actually overrun with flowers. Like, look at the state of this. I've got so many flowers, so I'd really like to see an incentive to like dig them up and sell them. And also, you know, you could even, after you've sold so many flowers, or after you've completed so many like tasks or something, it'd be nice to see maybe in the designer app, Leaf gives you the option to, like, I don't know, call it a gardening glove tool or something, and it like pulls out an area of flowers, or 3 or 4 flowers at a time, or something that just makes it the whole process of like dealing with your flowers a lot quicker than what it is at the minute. Especially if you're trying to terraform an area and you've got loads of flowers, it can be a pretty time consuming, that is for sure. So number 3, and I think this is especially a big one for everyone really, and that is improved dialogue and like more mini games with your islanders. I really love all the personalities, but I often find, like, especially for example Goose, I talk to Goose quite a lot because he's one of my favourites, but pretty much every morning he tells me he's going to run 100 laps of the island and tells me I should go with him sometime, which is all good and well, but when you hear that 7 days a week, it actually would be really nice to either A, take him up on that and it turns into some sort of mini game option, or B, he just says something different with a bit more character around it. And you know, like, there's so many islanders now, so we've got, I think, 300, 400, I think it's like 390 plus, so I'd say around the 400 mark of islanders now, and to have only 8 personality types and so much like repeating dialogue between those is like pretty like annoying. So yeah, definitely it'd be cool to add some more of that, and you know, it could just be added in randomly and little bits. Each update they could just chuck a few more things in there, and the more each update they add a little bit more, and just before you know it, you've got like really interesting dialogue that changes quite a lot, and it could definitely add add something to the game, I think. And, you know, we have gone a long way in terms of mini games. So like the Mayday Maze, that was really good. Some of the little challenges, you know, creating these photo shoots and the treasure hunts and things like that are all really good. There's just not really enough of it. So yeah, definitely more of that. More of that, please. Pretty please, with a cherry on top. Alright, and then this one is another one. There's so much emphasis on decorating your island. I would love to see that islanders actually interact with the stuff that you put out. Like the fact that you can't actually stand on like the treadmill or do anything with any of this furniture. I mean, you can punch a punch bag, but I think that's total fluke because it's almost like you're going to grab it. So if you just repeat that, it gives you the punching mechanism. But you know, you can't interact with any of the items really, obviously, apart from the benches that you sit on. And even with that, I mean, look at this. Nana's asleep on the floor over here, whereas if she'd have walked over here, there's benches. She could have sat on a bench, chilled out, gone to sleep, but instead she chooses to sit on the floor. But it just frustrates me a little bit because there's so much emphasis put into the game about Project KK and all that. You know, you've got to get 3 stars and 4 stars and 5 stars, but actually a lot of it's like pretty pointless because none of it does anything, and even the stuff that does do stuff, the islanders don't hardly touch it. So I would definitely like to see more interaction with the items, or more like versatility with them. And then the final one, and I think this is like the bane of everybody's life with Animal Crossings, is the crafting. Let's get some bulk crafting would be really good. So we all know fish bait is annoying as hell because we all need it, but it takes so long to craft, and vanilla clams don't stack, and craft them one at a time. So yeah, bulk crafting, and also the ability to craft from storage. So if you're in your house and you're using a crafting table in your house, it would be really, really cool to then be able to, from there, rather than going through storage, having to pick up all your items that you need, and then if you forget one, it just takes a bit of time. So if you could pick items from storage, that would be really helpful. How am I going to catch this? Is it going to be a sucker fish? What do you reckon? 3. Oh, what's it going to be? Sucker fish every time. Sucker! But yeah, so they're kind of my things that I think could really add to this, especially as the updates have come on. We've seen that they've started to potentially add little quality of life updates. So we saw the add-on at Dodo Airlines that I did a video about, where they've added on the liquidation service and the delivery service. So just little things like that. We know they can do it. So hopefully, fingers crossed, in future updates we will see it come. But as always, guys, let me know in the comments, have I covered what you think, or have I missed a massive one? Let me know, get involved, and as always, I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye!